Well, I know you asked your mom why the boys and girls take Bible class separate.
Wait, is this what we have to talk about?
Do you remember when Maverick was born?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think the baby came out of?
Belly.
Okay, no. So.
She told me today when I picked her up too, she said there was a boy, I forget what the name was, in her classroom that told her today that, I want to marry you, give me a kiss.
Nova, come here real quick. What? Did some boy say he wanted to marry you today?
Yes.
He did? That's kind of crazy. He said he wanted to marry you? Oh, you don't really like him, like, you feeling him? You're like,
I don't like him.
Like, yeah, but you know, it's like, listen, dude, you're pushing it a little far.
He said he wanted to kiss you?
He said he wanted to kiss you?
Yeah.
What? Did you feel like, hey, man, you're in my personal bubble? Like,
Do you know what a bubble is?
You know what a bubble is? No. Everyone's got their own bubble.
It's like,
so like
invisible.
Mom's, it's invisible. You can't see the bubble, but it's there. So mom's got like this invisible bubble.
So
now
if
her
Daddy
bubble
poked into my bubble and I said, I don't want you in my bubble.
I don't want you in my bubble.
That means I want my own space
Yeah,
around
you know what
me.
that means? Like you have your own bubble.
A tiny one?
Or a big one, I don't know.
It can be tiny
or
around
big.
me and Dad.
Yeah.
It can be very big.
Yeah, like certain people you don't want
In your
to
bubble.
be touching you in your bubble. Was that little boy in your bubble? Do you think he kind of invaded, came in your bubble when you didn't want him to be in your bubble?
Yeah.
So maybe next time you can say, hey, get out of my bubble. You know what I mean?
Or you can say no,
Or to
stop.
anyone, hey, get out of my bubble. You're in my bubble. Back up. Does that make sense?
How do you spell bullies? I look at your Christmas color.
Looks awesome.
I'm glad we talked to Nova about the bubble concept. Now we just have to see if she understands it.
Simon says, flip your braid.
Simon says, touch your nose.
Clap your hands. Oh, I didn't say Simon says.
You got me.
Dang, you're so focused.
Has the boy who wants to marry you been nice to you?
He pulled my hair.
He pulled your hair.
Yeah, because he was in my bubble. He was in my bubble.
So, no, I know. So he pulled your
My
hair?
bubble got bigger, so.
Yeah, and you were like, and he,
I was like,
did you tell the teacher that he pulled your hair? What happened after that?
last recess, he still got 10 on the fence and losing his whole recess.
Really? Okay.
You need to tell the teacher if she doesn't see it.
Oh, yeah.
I keep telling him.
Good. He learned his lesson. That's good.
Let's do Simon says.
One more time, okay? Simon says, wiggle your butt. Simon says, show me your space bubble.
Yes.
How you doing?
Nice. I'm doing good.
Give you a little hug.
Hi.
It's just an hour. Hi, I'm Karen.
Oh, let me take my glasses off.
I heard you're MMA fighter. You love MMA.
On and off for 7 years. You know, I kind of grew up kind of rough, and I had a really bad anger problem. I found out that I was bipolar and borderline. So I started doing Krav Maga, and it started to help me get this aggression out. And, you know, it just really became a big part of my life because of that. So I appreciate what it did for me.
It just really helps people with all kinds of mental health challenges feel better.
Yeah.
Today's the charity boxing exhibition. Andrew's been encouraging me to get in the ring with a professional boxer. And even though I'm nervous, I'm going to do it.
5'2", still hustling. Do I look okay?
Yeah, you look good.
I got 4 hours of sleep last night with the baby.
Are you sore at all from yesterday, a little bit?
Yeah.
Good, that's good.
I'm about to go in, right?
Coming up?
I gotta take off my sparkly shoes. actual ring. You just, there we go.
And everybody give a big round of applause for Leah!
Jab cross, duck, cross, jab cross, kick. Jab cross, duck, cross, cross, cross. Jab cross, go for it. Let's go. Come on, Amber. Jab cross, go. Come on. Get these kicks out. Come on. Jab cross. Come on. Jab cross. Flicker. Come on, straight. Come on, go. Beat it up. Come on. Beat it. Come on. 3, 5. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I've been talking to Christina, and I remember you saying something about wanting to shave your legs. No?
Uh-huh.
So I asked Christina if she would be willing to help me show you how to shave your legs for the first time. What do you think?
Okay.
Does that sound good? You think you're ready for it?
No.
Oh, yeah. But first, we have other presents for you.
All right, this is it right here. Look at the loofahs, there's like 20 of them. So this is your little bag that you keep your stuff in. This is shaving cream.
Shave my head.
There's your first razor with razors you can refill it with. You think you're ready?
You want to use it?
Both shave your heads.
Sissy's gonna start shaving.
Yeah, Cece's getting big girl. She don't want hair on her legs no more.
Yeah.
Too hairy. I don't know how.
Let's go.
Why don't
Let's
you go get your bathing suit or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can show you. My legs are hairy.
You can use mine.
Okay, fine. I'll use yours.
I was gonna let you guys do your shaving fast and hang out here.
Yeah. All right, you ready? All right, let's go, Booger.
Am I gonna cut myself?
No, we're gonna teach you so you don't. You take this, and you see how this is? Take it, hold it, and push it in there until you hear a clip. There you go. And then
I'll need another bottle before no time.
rub it in, and then rub it in the leg, all around your leg, everywhere. Rub it in your hands, rub it all over your legs. So we take this, hold it, don't do it too hard, and I'll show you how much to push down. You ready? Okay, so around the ankles, see this, how it goes in right there? You wanna do this, and you wanna, just like that. You hear me? Don't go down like this, because you might cut right here. All right, got it? Do it. Push down, push down. Perfect. She officially knows how to shave.
It's horrible.
Like we done it together and it means a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just don't want her feeling uncomfortable, and if it's to the point where she's wearing pants because she don't want to wear shorts to school, I mean, that's obviously the time.
Absolutely.
Even though we probably feel like, I feel like I don't want her shaving yet, but
Yeah.
I want to be here for moments like this and always like be around for when like big things happen or things that she'll remember, because I want her to remember that I was there with her too.
She always knows you're there for her.
Trying to stay healthy enough to be there for her. Thing is like, okay, you guys have primary custody. You guys get to see her every day. It's not like, honestly, what's going on lately is like literally she saying she's busy and stuff. I'm like,
See, that's the thing.
I'm like, you're tripping.
We had a conversation with her not too long ago because she was like cutting us off.
So she's doing that to y'all too?
I was like, don't be like that towards me.
It still hurts my feelings when she says things like that. But I do understand like my past and like her dealing with all that stuff and like up to now. But I don't want her to keep thinking like that. No matter what, I'm still gonna be here for her, no matter what has happened in the past. Like even between us like fighting and arguing, like I want her to know like everything is just not that way anymore.
We're recording our first podcast at the end of the week, so I'm educating myself on how to be an advocate, and I want to talk to my dad because I love the way he raised us to embrace our race.
I posted about just everything that's going on in the world and the climate and, social injustice, racial injustice. I swear, anytime I remind people I'm Black, it's like, whoa. So we're gonna do a podcast and record us having, these conversations, and maybe we all do our research on it and, come in together.
I'd love to do a podcast, but that'd be on you because I don't know how to do it.
Mommy, where's your drink?
The reason I'd love to do it is for educational purposes.
Yes. Because I think these conversations are good ones to have, and maybe just us having conversations like this could help somebody else to understand. When Ryder has play dates, and not all of Ryder's friends are of color, I always, I'm kind of peeking around trying to see, do they have any dolls that are brown? Are all your dolls white? And that goes back to being a child and thinking that one doll is prettier than the other doll, and all, it's all psychological. Like the conversations that we have to have with our kids versus the conversations that they have with their kids, it's two different worlds. And it's almost like, why am I gonna have to strip my child of her innocence when y'all don't even touch on this with your kids?
Okay, it's not stripping your child. Lex is like when we raised you. We weren't stripping you of your innocence. What we're doing is realizing that you are more times than not gonna be a minority in a situation.
The conversations that she's gonna have to have with Boz when he gets pulled over and where to put his hands, or if he's hanging out with a group of white boys and they playing ding dong ditch, if somebody comes out, he's probably gonna be the one to get shot. That to me is stripping him of his innocence. Because those conversations are gonna have to happen when he's when he's 10? That's the frustration. That's the part that's makes me mad.
Don't get mad. Try to focus it to where you want to educate.
Yeah.
Where you want to educate the ignorant. And sometimes the ignorant are good people. They just don't know.
After talking to my dad, I feel even more motivated to start our podcast. So I'm excited to get some information and advice from an expert.
Hi.
Hello, Orisha. I'm super excited to talk to you.
I think Corey's also gonna zoom in, which should be really good for him because we all need to better educate ourselves.
And he brings in a different perspective.
Hi, Corey! Speak of the devil! We were just talking about you. I don't even know where to start. And, with this conversation, a lot of my questions are questions that I get asked on a daily, like, how can I be a better ally?
To be an ally means, I think, in this moment, really thinking about the ways in which you have power to make real change. So if you're working and you see another Black person or person of color being discriminated against, that you are willing to assert your privilege to speak up. That's what I think being an ally is.
There's certain people I've gone to school with who we haven't talked in years, but they're like, hey, you're Black. There's a familiarity there. And so I think sometimes as Black people, we don't want to be like, oh, I have to explain myself to people, but they just don't know.
When I was living in Michigan for most of my life, I didn't have these talks, unlike the white side of my family. So moving out to California, I got exposed to all different types of people. How do you create that exposure for those other states that are mainly white or whatever it may be? How do you create that exposure for those communities?
And I think a lot of the work that we have to do as Black people is really about education. There are definitely ways using your platforms that you can educate other people about what it means to be a good ally. And the moment that really resonated with me throughout the summer was when Gigi Floyd was sitting on the shoulders of Stephen Jackson and saying, my daddy changed the world. My daddy changed the world. Like a 6-year-old girl who had this understanding of what was happening. And I really feel like our responsibility as a generation is to make real Gigi's demands. What does it mean that her father changed the world? And I think what it means is a world that understands and collectively agrees that that shouldn't have happened. All the things that we want will require us to have conversations and to go through the difficult parts so that Ryder never has to talk about this ever. What an accomplishment that would be for her to never have to like experience the level of like racism and hate or sexism that we've experienced. Like, that's ambitious.
Yeah, we definitely want to continue having this conversation. I don't want this to be like a one and done. And I'm excited to have more conversation. Yeah, thank you so much.
Come here before I have to leave. I gotta tell you something. I kind of screwed up.
What?
We've talked to Bentley about the birds and the bees, I think.
Well, how did you screw it up?
So apparently the boy and girl Bible classes are separate.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, but I don't know why they're separate. Do you know why the boys and girls Bible classes would be separate? And I was like, well, yeah, because that's when they probably start talking about sex. And he was like, okay. And I said, oh my God, I probably just put my foot in my mouth. And he goes, what's that mean? And I said, what? Put my foot in my mouth or sex? And he said, well, both, I guess.
All right, so now we're doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's about time.
It is.
He's in 6th grade.
In middle school.
I would rather us tell him than him to hear from one of his other 6th grade buddies.
Right.
So
Or hear the wrong things.
he's definitely going to hear the wrong things if he hears it from his 6th grade friends. We're going to talk to him about the fact that that's how babies are made.
How far into detail do you think we need to go with this first talk? Or just lay it all out there?
I mean, I think we tell him what sex is, and if he hears something that he's curious about, to ask us. I mean,
yeah.
He's never going to be in trouble for asking questions.
Yeah.
I got to go.
Okay.
Remember, the birds and the bees and stuff like that is much less awkward than the I'm pregnant or my girlfriend's pregnant talk. Trust me, I would know.
I'll believe it.
Oh my gosh. This is when I'm glad we filmed a TV show, because we get to have this on camera forever.
How's school going?
Good. In Bible class, I was reading like Bible verses, and it was like this one line.
Wait,
like,
out loud?
Yeah. And I had a voice crack, and I said, and the Lord said to Moses.
Everybody started laughing?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Bible class brings up all the problems.
Bible's fun.
What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know you asked your mom why the boys and girls take Bible class separate.
Wait, is this what we have to talk about?
Do you remember when Maverick was born?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think the baby came out of?
Belly.
Okay, no. So, what do girls have?
Vaginas.
What do boys have?
Pecker.
No, penises.
Penis.
It's a penis. Penis. Pin 15. So a penis goes inside a vagina. Okay, but do you know, remember we talked about like eggs and sperm?
Yeah.
So sperm will come out of a penis and it will meet the female egg.
How does it come out?
Well, that's for another day.
Yeah.
But the sperm will meet with the egg and that creates an embryo. And it doesn't always work out, but that's why you also need to use protection. I was 16 when I got pregnant with you.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy to think of?
Yeah.
Why we're having this talk now.
Yup. Girls aren't gonna be so weird pretty soon. You're gonna be like, that's cute. Or boys, whatever you like. It's okay if you don't like boys, I'm just saying if you do. I always include that, because you can tell us anything. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna hear stuff from your friends at school, in songs. You're like, what are they talking about?
We'd rather you ask us questions so we can give you the right information.
Yes. And I'd rather you be prepared for certain ways you're gonna feel, certain things you're gonna run into. Talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
Ask us questions. We'll never be in trouble. It's human nature, son. Holding hands and like just kissing on the cheeks is fine for now, though. Give it 6 months, boy.
I haven't talked to Josh since our fight, and I'm heartbroken. I want to stay positive, so I'm focusing on Gannon and Bronx's birthdays that are coming up this week. Plus, I'm putting more time into my online fitness brand, Body by Mac. Welcome back to my workout program. Business blew up when I joined a Florida nutrition company, and I couldn't be happier. I am here partnered with Justice Nutrition, bringing my Body by Matt classes live here. And being partnered with Justice Nutrition, we're getting great supplements. And they've definitely helped Body by Matt grow a lot. Bring the legs straight out. We're gonna bring it all the way up. Hello.
Hey, Mackenzie, how you doing?
Good.
So, Mackenzie, I wanted to run a couple things by you real quick. We really are looking to make a move and spend a little bit more time and focus on pushing that Justice brand. You're one of our top influencers. I feel like bringing you in more as a part of the team and having you produce a lot more content. However, what is your thoughts of maybe moving to Florida?
That's a really scary move for me to make, but I am ready to grow. I'm gonna talk to my family and see what they think, and of course talk to Josh, because I don't know how that, with the kids and stuff. We'll see.